like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Why did I become a raw vegan? I did a 30-day juice fast after watching a documentary one time. And the person in the documentary did a 60-day juice fast and lost a tremendous amount of weight. And that was another reason why I became a raw vegan, by the way, is because it was vanity at first. Initially it was vanity. I wanted to lose more weight. I wanted to look and feel good about myself and just feel like a healthy, all-around, feeling. So after the 30-day juice fast, I lost about 30 pounds. And that was all natural. I did a little exercise here and there. I didn't push myself too hard during that time. But with the weight loss, I knew that I needed to maintain that. And I knew that the only way to do it was to adopt a healthy eating lifestyle. So I looked into all the diets out there, and for me the healthiest option was being a raw vegan. And the reason why being a raw vegan is different from, say, being a vegetarian or a vegan: when you're a vegetarian, you're still allowed to eat dairy. You're still allowed to eat milk, cheese, eggs, things like that, with the exception, of course, of meat. It's the one thing you're not allowed. And you're allowed to cook your vegetables. When you're a vegan, it's just vegetables, and you can cook your vegetables. Most vegans are usually in it for the compassion to not kill animals. They don't. They care for the equality of animals, all living beings. So they don't do it for that reason. If you're a raw vegan, you're probably in it for the health benefits, because when you cook your vegetables, you lose about 100% of the nutrients inside those vegetables. So if you eat it in its raw state, you're consuming all of the health benefits. And for me, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the benefits. So it was a natural choice. I went for raw veganism. And the results have yielded amazing. I feel better than ever, more energy than before. And I was worried that I was going to gain more weight by eating solids again after my 30-day juice fast. I've actually lost more weight from eating solids and all, raw food. So I'm at a normal body mass index for the first time in over 10 years. And it's all due to this diet, to this lifestyle. And I want so badly for people to understand that this is I'm not trying to sell anything other than just some good advice. What else do you have to lose? Just if you want to try something that works, this works. What's a 30-day juice fast like? A 30-day juice fast is pretty much, it's a roller coaster. It's a good way to describe it. It's a roller coaster. At first, it's really scary. You start off trying so hard not to give in to the cravings, and those cravings can really attack you when you least expect it. For me, I did a 30-day juice fast, and in those 30 days, the first week proved to be the hardest. There's a 3-day hump, just like anything, like when you try to quit smoking, which I quit smoking and I quit drinking before, and it's difficult to have, not so much drinking. For me, smoking was difficult to get, out of my system. But the 3-day hump, everyone knows about. Once you get past those 3 days, it gets easier. And I had nightmares. I couldn't sleep very well. I'd have really just weird, vivid dreams about food. Like, think for instance, like it was almost like I was like Jack and the Beanstalk, and then he gets to the top of the beanstalk, and then like all this like giant sized food is up there. I felt like that. Like there was giant sized portions of all the food that I loved. Like I'm looking at giant White Castle burgers. Oh my God, I want to be like in that. I just want to eat that freaking burger, like the whole thing. I don't care if it kills me. I want to eat it. White Castle was like my #1 vice before, being a raw vegan. It was really hard to give that one up, let me just tell you. After the first 3 days, it gets easier. You start sleeping like a baby. I was sleeping and I wake up feeling like $1,000,000. Like, that was one of my favorite things, because I was kind of an insomniac before that. So The juicing, you have to juice a lot, obviously, to do a 30-day juice fast. So you have to have a good juicer, and your juicer has to be something reliable and something big enough so that you can juice large amounts of vegetables and fruit. If you have something kind of compact, you're not going to be able to do all the juicing that you need, because it's just going to take forever. It might work, but it's going to take forever, and it becomes tedious because you do have to clean it after every usage. You have to clean it, otherwise you're going to get fruit flies. You might get fruit flies, by the way. Those suckers, they'll come out of the woodworks. They'll find your fruit. They know where it is. They smell it like a shark would smell blood in the water. They'll come for it. So just be warned. You might have to deal with fruit flies. You're going to lose weight. I lost a lot of weight. I lost 30 pounds, 30 days from doing a juice fast. And I was addicted to my results. There were times where I wanted to throw in the towel. There were times I was ready to give up. You look in the mirror and you start noticing that you're starting to shrink, like pounds are melting off of your body, and you become addicted to those results. So it just kind of pushes you to keep going, to just keep moving forward. It's working. This is working, so I have to keep going. And that's something for me that was like a great motivator. There are people that are going to get on your nerves, that are, that just don't get it, don't understand why you're doing it, and will probably taunt your efforts in trying to get to the end of your 30-day juice fast. Don't let it bother you, or you can use it as fuel to keep going. When my juice fast was over, I felt relieved. I was anxious the whole time leading up to the last days, because I was thinking to myself, what comes next? How am I going to eat now? I have to eat healthy. I don't want to drop the ball. All the hard work that I did, and I feel like I'm just going to mess it all up by eating something like, fast food or something fried or something just unhealthy. I was afraid of that. The first thing I ate besides the prunes was, I had a banana, I had a couple bananas, I had peaches, I had, I think I had an apple, like a Granny Smith. It was like the best tasting, like, I've had fruit before, but my taste buds were like enhanced or something while my jaw and my teeth were on a break, on a vacation. I swear, like, it was like the first time I had ever eaten it. It was like reliving it all over again. I detoxified, and I've been healed, and now I feel great, and now I'm going to take that and incorporate it into the rest of my life. Natural, living, organic food will forever be a part of my daily ritual. I'll be consuming it every single day. And that's thanks entirely to my juice fast. Learning all about it. It's like, I call it juicing 101. You go through this course, if you pass it, you're going to have more than just a degree. You're going to have a newfound outlook on life. And I tell a lot of people that I'm currently walking through their juice fasts, their very first one, that just stick with it. It's hard at first, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to be a better person when you reach it. So just keep pushing, and you're going to get there. All right, and it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. I can also say that when I was doing it, and it was difficult at first, but it's a rewarding feeling when you've triumphed over that difficulty. Once you've passed that, you know that you can keep going. You know you can keep going. It will work. It will work. I guarantee it'll work. And it worked for me. I was 245 pounds. 245 pounds at 6'1". All right, 6 foot 1 inch. And I'm 30 years old, and I knew this wasn't healthy. Like, I knew I was too young to be this overweight. If you guys ever played Nintendo Wii Fit, you get on that board. First of all, I hate how the computer goes, oh, because am I that heavy? Did you have to go, oh, like I'm that heavy, I step on the board? Jesus. But then it goes and it tells you your weight, and you make your own little me character in the game. And the me character, if you're like a pound, not even, if you're a gram overweight, it like blows you up to this like huge like monster. Well, I was a lot more than a gram overweight, okay? So it turned me into like the girl from Willy Wonka when she chewed the gum she wasn't supposed to. I wasn't Violet, but I was pretty big. So I was really pissed off at Nintendo for a while. And I mean, I grew up with Nintendo. I had the Power Glove, I had the Power Pad, I had Duck Hunt. You know, I was like, Nintendo, what's the deal? I thought we were friends. Is it because I used to cheat at Duck Hunt by getting that close to the screen? Like, why would you do that to me? Why would you make me feel that bad about myself, Nintendo? Seriously, why? Well, recently I got back on the board, and I found, you know, well, I lost so much weight that the me character, like, shrunk down to size. It was actually pretty cool. I want to educate people, to let them know that it doesn't have to be boring. You can have a raw food diet and it can be just as satisfying, if not even more satisfying than eating meat and dairy and eggs and cheeses and all that stuff. You don't need that stuff. You especially don't need soda. You don't need beer. You don't have to get drunk every night. You can stop smoking your cigarettes. You can not do drugs. You can live healthier. You can live longer. You can see your family grow up. You can be there with them as long as you can, disease-free. That is the goal. That is the message I want people to start listening to and start following. All right? Thank you so much for listening to me rant and talk. I'm a crazy guy, I know. As always, guys, you can always leave a message, a comment below. Like my videos, put them as a favorite. Send me some love. In fact, my Facebook is just below. You'll find the link to go to my Facebook page. Add me, we'll talk. If you're in the New York area, I'm willing to go as far as meet up with people and go food shopping. If you want to start making the change, I'll go food shopping with you. All right, we'll change your refrigerator. We'll come up with. I'll bring my juicer to your house. We'll juice. I'll bring a blender if you don't have one. We'll make green smoothies. There's so many things that I'm willing to do to help people see the light. All right. Remember, I'm not a hippie. I'm an average guy. All right. I'm just like a regular Joe, and I made the transition from meats to beats. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. Take care, guys. Bye bye.